Okay, I've got my stream going in the other room. Right, so I was yesterday I was cleaning the case a bit. I still haven't finished cleaning though, because there's a bit on the back panel. Now, one of the problems with having this case from like 20 years ago is it's had about 2 or 3 different motherboards in it, right? And during that time, my back plates that I pushed out, some of them were in the wrong places. So what you do, get some tape, put that on the back, and we have to put them back in the other slots, because otherwise we end up with gaps. But some people prefer to leave them open to let air in, right, for cooling. The only problem with doing that is it's not filtered air. You end up with a lot of dust in the cabinet. So I'm using I should show you what I've got actually, because I might find it useful. I don't know. So I'm putting these back plates back in these other slots. Right, my case has got it's got a back fan for the back, right? But where the CPU is, which is the most important part, where you don't want your CPU full of dust, I've got this case that's got this, hang on. It's got this big pipe on the back. And what I did, this pipe goes over the CPU, right? It's directly opposite the CPU. Sucks air from outside, right? I've got a fan there, right? Another fan. Helps to bring in air. But if you look inside, you'll notice there's something weird. That's a stocking, right? A nylon stocking. And I use that as a filter because it catches the dust and it stops some of the dust from getting into the machine. It doesn't stop all of it. It's not like my electrostatic filter that I built for the other machine. This one doesn't have that. But because it's nylon, as dust particles come in, there's a certain amount of static anyway, and it sticks to the stocking, and the stocking is actually, so the air's coming in from the back, so underneath here it's probably quite dusty because this is the inside, right? I could take it off. Let's have a look. It's adjustable actually, this. You can pull it out depending on your the distance from the CPU, then you twist it to lock it in place. I think there's a few machines around that's got this on, but it's hard to get it. You adjust the height, how far it is from the computer CPU, but it's set all the way back at the moment. I don't know if I can get in there. The stocking is glued, right? So when I'm pulling on it, I'm actually pulling on this stocking, right? So how do I clean that? Well, that's the problem. Normally I think I've got to take the whole thing out, clean it. There's quite a bit of dust in there, look. Don't know if you can see, but there's actually quite a bit of dust in there. It really wants cleaning out. I'll have to get my vacuum on it. But so it stops a lot of crap getting in. There's actually quite a bit of dust I can see on the other side of this, but I'm gonna have to get it off. I'm probably gonna rip it though if I do. It's tight. It's pulling down, right? This is pulling. It's probably gonna rip. I glued this on here around here. But I can't get it off. It's too tight. I'm just going to leave it for now because I think it still works. But what I need to do is take the fan off. And I'll leave it fully in because I'm not sure how far it's going to be from the CPU. I don't want it to collide with the CPU because it's going to, the fan I mean, because it's going to, yeah. it's going to foul it. So I'll leave it where it was. But so the motherboard, the fan should be directly opposite this. Should be right when it's the case this lid goes back on, it should be directly opposite. But I'm probably going to have to take this all out at some point, clean it. I'll check my airflow later, but yeah, so I also put these cardboard things on because there's some vents in the side. These won't coming off actually. They won't coming off because I'm going to oh it's bad. I've got a 3D printer now, so I could 3D print something. Yeah, that's bad. It's cardboard. Look at the dust in there. The idea was that the cardboard, as the air comes in, it would catch a lot of the dust, so it didn't actually go into the machine, and it did. It actually, you can see it's all in there though. It worked. But I need to make I'm going to 3D print something, like a zigzag thing, zigzag airflow channel with some felt or something inside that will catch him up. So that wants to go in the bin because it's keeps getting mangled up. So I've still got cleaning to do. That's why I haven't built it yet. Can I use acetone on that? No, it'll take the paint off. Just remembered, well, the best thing to use for cleaning computers is WD-40, believe it or not. WD-40, because it helps get rid of sticky glue as well. Right, so squirt that with WD-40. We used to use it a lot, WD-40, for gets rid of the glue and the dirt. Works well, it brings it up like new. What's that on there? That's more glue, I think. Oh, some tape. Oh, I covered up the holes, that's what I did. I'm going to take that off because it's old. I wanted everything to go for the filter, but I can't clean it properly with that old stuff on there. And this stuff here, double-sided tape. Can't remember what. Oh, that was to hold that cardboard thing on, wasn't it? I just want to get the plastic part off, which is that. Then I can dissolve the rest with the. I think you can buy that other stuff. It's called gunk. Is it goof off somewhere? I think they call it goof off. But I'm just going to use WD-40 because I'm in the UK. I've not seen goof off anywhere. Might be on eBay. Maybe. Oh, sorry about my voice. I'm still recovering. So it's always a good idea to clean the case up before you start to rebuild your computer, because you don't be doing it when your motherboard's in there, do you? Ugh. Just rub it around with a finger. That is taking a bit of getting off. I'm going to get some alcohol. Acetone will take the paint off, which I don't want. So out on the steel, this squirty thing is useless. It's had its day. I must have used it up over and over again. It's worn out. Like me. It's worn out like me. Oh, I'm hoping that this is going to be the last time I have to build a computer. I'll just spread that around a bit. Let it soak into that glue with it. Rub it in with my finger. It's coming off. I don't want to put the cloth on it yet because it'll just soak it all up. Just massage to get that glue off. If you've got fingernails, it's useful. Right, now a bit of WD-40. It's getting like new. There's a bit there. So I'm at about, this is part 5. I'm at 4 parts so far about this machine. Actually, technically this is a backup computer which I talked about in a few years back, and I just haven't got around to it, and for a long time. I don't like that. What's that, scuff marks? Don't know. I'm just going to take the lid off. This is ridiculous. Hang on. It's taking too long to get the damn stuff out. Needs more glue. You know, it's my last alcohol. I'm going to have to order more. When that's gone, it's gone. Luckily, I only need to use acetone on the back panel, the steel. See, if I don't use my WD-40, I get cloud. It goes cloudy for some reason. It's probably because the glue is very thin layer. So, yeah. That'll do. I missed a bit, but can't get it all off. You can't see this anyway when it's together. I'm trying to see daylight through this. Holding this thing up to the light, I can actually see daylight through it. Well, the light, so it's not that bad. It's not that covered in dust, really. It's not as bad as I thought. So I've got my bracket back in there. Using an old bit of rag. I'll probably need to get some more rag. This rag's getting a bit too stained. So you can't see what I'm doing right now. How do I, oh, I'll bring the camera over here. That might help. So, let's see. Don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Maybe. It's pretty bad. There's years and years of grime and crap. So acetone now. Is that sellotape? No, it's glue. Let's soak a sec. I actually put sellotape on the inside because I didn't want air coming through these little holes. I wanted just the filtered air coming in. Otherwise your computer ends up looking like the inside of a vacuum cleaner. Oh yeah, trip it, that's what they do. I had a friend of mine, she had cats. She had cats and a computer that she never ever cleaned because she's old, and the inside of her computer got so bad it overheated and quit. I kept saying to her, I'll come and clean it for you if you want. She said, oh, not today, do it another time. Well, kept putting it off. I said, well, you know, it really needs a good clean out sometime. Anyway, it died. She's using a laptop now. They're even worse. Laptops are even worse. When they get full of dust, they're a freaking nightmare to clean out. Oh, when I did the previous video, put the back plate in, I got it upside down. Well, we all make mistakes. I brought the motherboard in earlier to check the alignment, the graphics card, and I thought, oh, I've got these in upside. Oh yeah, that's the top, this is the bottom. Oh well. Didn't take me 2 seconds to put it right. So this is kind of boring, I suppose. I need a clean bit. This cloth is getting bad. I found a clean bit. Sure, I could use soap and water on this, but it wouldn't get the glue off. See what I mean? Yellow. You know, I think I've had this case for like 30 years. 30 years, not 20. I'm pretty sure I had it longer than that. Maybe 25. I can't remember exactly when I got it. But I'm just trying to think. It's obviously designed to fit the modern, well, not modern, but 14-year-old motherboard. So it's standard ATX case. So you know what? I don't think I want to bother doing any more cleaning, right? I think it's good enough. That might be scuff. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm making much progress at the moment. Thing I'll have to do at some point, I'll take the fan out and clean that, but it's not that bad. So yeah, there's another trick I was going to tell you about when you're putting the cables on the motherboard. I'll put you back where you were. So I can get this camera without it falling off the table. So normally people fit the motherboard straight back into the case before they put the cables on. I'll tell you something. It's not a good idea to do that because it's hard to see the writing on the motherboard when it's tucked right in its corner. It's really hard to get your hands and get your fingers in to plug all these cables in, right? So what I normally do is get bubble wrap, put a layer of bubble wrap all underneath here, right? So you don't scratch up your motherboard. Then you put your motherboard on top of the bubble wrap. Then you lift up your motherboard so you can easily see all the, you rest it inside on top of the bubble wrap, right? I haven't got any bubble wrap kicking about. Oh, it's a load of it in that box, isn't there? A load of it in that box. Oh yeah. I don't know, I've got where I put the bloody box now. Oh, I moved it back in the other room, let me. Oh, there's some down here. Hang on. Just a minute. It's underneath this power supply. Hang on. Right. Let's get this straight. Right, you want some bubble wrap, right? Lift up all your cables. Alright, put your bubble wrap down. Then you won't mark your circuit board or damage it because there's a lot of sharp things sticking up, like this bracket down here. This bracket in this corner here. If you put your motherboard on that and it scratched your circuit board, you are buggered. So make sure you cover up things like that. Then you can get your cables and you can read what's on them. And these are the audio. Says on here. See if I can show you what these. I don't know if you can see that, but let me zoom in a bit. You see these leads? It says line out, Next one, line out FR, I can't read it properly. FR, am I on camera? I'll keep drifting off. Front right, rear right. So this is for your sound. Rear right, front right. This one, front left, rear left. And mic. Mic input and ground. So all these are labelled, right? Even your USBs on here are all labelled. And you want to make sure you print out your I'm still zoomed in. Print out your panel pinouts for your motherboard. So you've got all your printout in big letters, so you don't struggle trying to read your manual from across the room, like if it's on your computer desktop. If you can print it out, yeah, that's great. Or take screenshots and hold it on your phone, right? Take screenshots, and then you've got all your instructions where to connect stuff, right? That's what I do. And then you're not farting about thinking, where does this go? And you can't read the writing on the motherboard, but this helps you. It tells you where. It tells you where, you know. Shows you where the sockets are and everything. So I'm not going to make this live stream long and winded, like an hour or 2 hours, because that's probably how long it's going to take me to fumble about plugging all this lot in. These are just to do with the front temperature moduler, which controls my fans. These things. So I've got a whole bunch of black lights, so you can ignore that because you probably haven't got that anyway, but unless you get one, you have to do that yourself. But another good thing to do as well is if your machine's not new and these leads are like 15-14 years old, just clean the pins in there, squirt some switch clean or WD-40 or something, clean the pins because they get oxidized over time. Last thing you want to do is plug this in and find out you've got an intermittent connection somewhere. You don't want that. Yeah, it's good at these cables. After a few years, they get hard. The plastic dries out and it gets brittle. So you can be very careful you don't break the insulation on them. These seem to be okay. Not bad. They feel a bit dry. They're not that flexible like they were when they were new. But this case is not going to get another, after this build, it's not going to get built again, because trust me, these cables are going to be petrified in another 10 years. They'll be totally petrified. Because it's already, what, 20 years, 25 years old. I don't think it will survive for 35 years. I won't be around anyway. Doubt it. No, I'm 66 in October, so another 10 years I'll be 76, so probably won't be around, I don't think. The way I think the country's going anyway. Everything's getting crazy. There was, I watched a video the other day about this old guy who somebody firebombed him in his own home and he burnt to death. Terrible, 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 horrible things to do to people like the elderly. That's terrible. It makes you sick when you think kids playing about, doing stupid things. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I've shown you what I do. You can do the same thing. Protect your motherboard, because your motherboard is the most important part of your computer. If you damage it, you're going to waste everything that you've done, everything you've spent your money on. You're going to waste your time. It's important to look after your motherboard, because everything else, like certain, well, graphics card, you look after that too, but most other stuff is cheap, you know. Mind you, I'm building a second-hand. I believed it was a second-hand motherboard, but it looks to be new old stock based on what I've seen. It looks like it's new old stock and it looks really good. But you don't always get that lucky, especially if you're buying off private sellers, individuals, not businesses. You might end up with something that's been heavily used and abused, and that's often what you get. So yeah, I'm going to go back in the other room and turn off the stream now. So hope you found it interesting.